Hi everyone, it is Sandra from Gracious Goodness Essentials. How are you? I've been wanting to talk about today's topic for quite a while, and for whatever reason, I kind of feel like today is the day for me to do this video. Maybe it's the new hair, what do you think of the curls? Or maybe it's the blue skies, I don't know what, but we're going to talk about aromatic anchoring today because I'm tired of being told that essential oils are woo-woo, that they're hippie, and that they don't have scientific credibility, because I'm here to tell you this little brain hack absolutely is science, and neuroscience at that, about how we can use essential oils and aromatic anchoring to help us to set intent for what our lives is going to look like, and also to help us overcome feelings of anxiousness or fear and things along those lines. So what we know is that we know that our brain remembers and responds really well to things when we visualize it. But more than that, when we actually write it down and we read it out loud, the reading out loud is actually really important. And when we really visualize it, and I mean, how does it feel? How do we react? What do we look like when we are experiencing what it is that we want to set our intent for? So perhaps it is that you have a fear of public speaking and you would like to overcome this fear. So what we would do is we would actually visualize in writing, in words, and in pictures in our brain what it would feel like and what it would look like to be an incredible public speaker. How does that feel to you? Write down every detail, okay? Perhaps it is that you want to attract abundance into your life. What would it feel like if you had an abundance of friends? What would that look like in your life? How would it feel? What about if you had an abundance of money? What would that look like? What would that feel like? And when we visualize really powerfully, okay, and we repeat that visualization, our subconscious, as complex and as intricate as our brain is, our subconscious can't actually tell the difference between a vivid imagination and reality. Okay, so when we activate our subconscious, what we're actually doing is we're actually activating our reticular activating system in our brain. And our reticular activating system is almost a bit like a database, a filtering system, where it filters out things that it deems not important to us and allows us to hone our attention in on things that are important. And so when we are repeating visualizations, when we are feeling and imagining and really owning a future vision in the present tense, okay? And by that, I mean, we're not going to say, I will feel like this one day. You're saying, I feel amazing. I feel strong. I feel confident. I feel calm. I feel self-assured, like whatever it is, okay? When you use those present tenses, our brain recognizes them as important to us. Our reticular activating system kicks in, and it starts making us aware of things that were always around us, but it had filtered them out as not important. So perhaps it is an opportunity that might arise that you had just kind of filtered out. You hadn't even seen it as an opportunity. When your brain is thinking, oh, I'm an amazing public speaker, maybe this opportunity will actually arise that I can do this. Or perhaps your intent is that you want to surround yourself with positive people, or you're going to see the positive part of life, and how is that going to look for you? Well, suddenly, instead of always seeing the negative, your brain actually starts filtering in some of the more positive aspects of your life, okay? And you become more aware of them, and when you're more aware of them, you can act on them, and it's pretty darn amazing, okay? So as much as we can trick our subconscious by it not knowing what is a vivid imagination and what is real life, our reticular activating system, which is intensely complex, is really able to work for us to our benefit. Because when we're imagining and visualizing positive things in our life, then that's what our reticular activating system finds for us in our everyday world, okay? Now, how, you may ask, does essential oils come into it? That's where the aromatic anchoring comes in. So what we also know is that essential oils are the fastest, or just actually smell, is the fastest way that we can actually stimulate our brain for an emotional response. So if you, as you are visualizing, as you are writing out what it feels like to have whatever it is that you are manifesting in your life, okay, as you are writing it out, as you are saying it out loud, as you are repeating it to yourself, and you smell whatever smell it is that you have chosen. So it could be something that you have intuitively gone to your oils box to find, a smell that you love, that you're really drawn to, and you're just going to smell it. Whilst you're writing, whilst you're visualizing, you're just going to smell it. So that during times of self-doubt, okay, you can smell that smell, which will activate your limbic system in your brain, which activates our emotional response, and it will remember, thanks to our reticular activating system and our subconscious, the emotions that are associated with that smell. So if you have been practicing that, when you smell clary sage, the oil of creativity, that you feel abundant in your creativity, that you are able to see outside the square, that the world is full of opportunity, that the colors are vibrant, that you can see beauty in everyday simple things, that, you know, whatever it is, when you smell it, those emotions that you have anchored will come back to you. Okay, that is science. So you could intuitively choose oils, or perhaps you might choose them for their emotional properties, like clary sage, the oil of creativity, wild orange, the oil of abundance, spearmint, the oil of clear speech, bergamot, the oil of self-love. You know, like, do your homework. Find out which oils match your visualization. Go to your oils box, sniff them. Find the one that makes you feel good, that makes you feel anchored to what you want to portray, and give it a go. I love aromatic anchoring. I have got to admit that I am a newbie at actually writing down and vocalizing my intent. I have been someone that has kind of kept it in my head for a long time. And, I've been doing the psychology research on how our brains work. And when you just think something, it is not as powerful as when you write it down. And simply writing it down is not as powerful as when you both write it down and read it out loud. And not as powerful, even more powerful again, is when you visualize, when you actually kind of close your eyes and really visualize what you look like in that moment that you have written down. That is the most strongest visualization setting intent technique that you can use. To first off write down, to then vocalize, to then visualize, and then anchor it with an aroma. That is my brain hack for today. I hope that you find this useful. I'm going to put it on my blog because I just feel so passionate and in love with this topic. I hope you have a great day. See ya.